hit the bell so you don't miss any new videos. So you might have noticed that I have a slightly different background, and it's because I'm not in my bedroom, I'm in my kitchen, because today I'm going to be sharing with you a recipe video. I'm going to be sharing with you how to make these delicious lime cupcakes. These are so easy to make and they just taste so good. So let's get into this recipe video for these lime cupcakes. Alright, so it is voiceover time. These are the ingredients that you're going to need for these lime cupcakes. You will need a lime, obviously, butter, caster sugar, or if you want to be healthier, you can use stevia instead, an egg, self-raising flour, milk, vanilla essence or vanilla extract, some green food colouring, and some icing sugar. So the first thing you're going to do is take your lime and you're going to start zesting it. If you have like a zester or something, this would work so much better, but I'm just using this thing, which I'm not exactly sure what it's called, and it's definitely not the best, but we don't have a zester, so this is the closest thing that I could find. So just keep going until you've zested as much as you can, and then just keep the rest of the lime to the side. We're going to come back to that later. And then you're going to preheat your oven to 180 degrees Celsius or 356 degrees Fahrenheit. And then you're going to take a muffin tin or cake tin and take some muffin wrappers or cupcake wrappers, and you're just going to line the tin with 6 of them, as this mix makes 6 cupcakes, but you can just double the mixture if you want to make 12. Then grab out your scales and you are going to take 60 grams of butter, preferably unsalted, but salted will be fine as well. And then you're going to soften it if it's not already soft. What I like to do is I like to just put it in the microwave for 10 seconds. You don't want to melt it, you just want it to be soft. But then you're just going to put the butter into a mixing bowl. Going to add your lime zest and 1/3 cup of caster sugar or stevia. I used stevia, and what you're basically going to do is just cream the butter and the lime zest and sugar or stevia together, and an electric beater would be preferable for this, but I don't have one, so I'm just doing this. And then once it's creamed enough, you're going to take your egg, just crack it in and just continue to mix it around, or you really should be beating it around, but as I said, I don't have a beater, so I'm just doing this, but this will turn out a lot better if you do have an electric beater. So then once it's all mixed together, you're going to take 3/4 cup of self-raising flour. Not plain flour, self-raising flour, as this will help the cupcakes to rise properly. So make sure it's sifted so that there's no lumps. And then you're going to take 60 mils of milk and you're just going to mix that into the butter, lime, sugar or stevia and egg mixture, and just continue doing that until it's at a smooth consistency. And then you're going to add 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla essence or extract, and then add a few drops of green food colouring and just mix that in as well. This part is optional, but if you want the cakes to look like actual lime cupcakes, then you can make the cake mixture green. So just mix that in until you're happy with the colour and consistency, and you're just going to spoon the mixture evenly into the cupcake wrappers. And what I like to do is take the mixing spoon and a regular metal spoon and just grab the mixture with both spoons and just spoon it in with both, and then take off the excess with the metal spoon. So do that until you've filled each wrapper equally, and you're going to put that in the oven for about 10 to 15 minutes. And while you're doing that, we can start work on the icing. So take about 25 grams of butter and soften it in the microwave for 10 seconds until it's at a good consistency. Then you're going to transfer it into a mixing bowl, and then take 1/2 cup of icing sugar. So just sift it in so the mixture's not so lumpy, and then cream the soft butter and the icing sugar together. And then you're going to take the remainder of the lime that we zested, and what you're going to do is take 1/2 and put it in a juicer, and you're going to very carefully squeeze a few drops into the mixture. Add a very tiny amount of green food colouring, and after we've done that, this would be a good time to check on our cupcakes. So do the old skewer trick by poking a skewer in the base of the cupcakes, and if there are any crumbs that come out on it, or if a ton of cake batter's on it, then that means that they are not cooked through properly, so you'll need to put them back in the oven for a little bit. then we can go back to mixing the icing until it's at the consistency that you want. Then we can take the cupcakes out of the oven, and if the skewer comes out clean with no signs of crumbs or cake batter residue on it, then they are ready. You can put them on a wire rack to cool if you want to, but I couldn't be bothered because the less dishes the better. But it's very important that you let the cupcakes cool, otherwise if you ice them right away, then the icing's just going to melt into them, and that kind of defeats the purpose. Once they're cool enough, then you can spread the cakes with the icing. As you can see, I'm not very good at this. Remember, I'm only a home cook. I'm not a professional baker, and I don't really make this type of food often. So if you have more experience in baking, then you'll probably have your own technique of icing your cupcakes, but I don't. I'm just an amateur. So this is what works best for me. So I'm just going to keep doing that until I've iced them as evenly as I can and covered as much of them as I can. And then there are your lime cupcakes now ready to eat. I know the icing looks really weird, but makes up for it in taste. So that is it for this video on how to make these lime cupcakes. And of course, I've got to try one on camera. Look at that lovely green, and then that's really good. I'm good at cooking it, I'm just not good at presenting it. But that's okay, I'll get better with practice. But I hope you enjoyed this recipe video, and hopefully you'll try this out at home. Of course, this is not an everyday food. This is definitely for your cheat days or for a special occasion. Do let me know in the comments if you would like me to do more recipe videos. But thank you all so much for watching. Be sure to give this video a like if you enjoyed, and subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss any new videos. So, till next time, in my next video, I shall see you then. Goodbye.